Okay. Hello, everyone. How are we doing? Come on, game capture. You've worked before. Don't do this to me. You just not like Skyrim? Is that what it is? I'll wait. I'll give it a bit. How about that? Give like 10 seconds. No? Alright. Can I do window capture with it? No, of course not, because the window doesn't exist when I minimize. Yay! I wish they didn't do that. Alright, display capture then. Back to that. So, yeah, how we doing? Hiya. I haven't thought about medieval times in a while. They stopped sending me emails. Do they still do shows? Woo! Forgot my sensitivity is so fucking high in this game. Like, I know they kind of closed down for the pandemic. Obviously, medieval times would be horrifying during a pandemic. The California castle went on strike? What for? I guess being treated poorly, huh? I do remember, actually. I remember that, yeah. I think they definitely should form a union. Oh, my mouse is doing that thing now where it really detects if I pick up my mouse. Woo, look at it go. I can fix that, but, like, it hates it. It always changes back. Okay. What was I doing? What was the thing that I remember getting that. I don't remember what for. Probably. I remember that. Seek the contact. That's what I'm looking for. Get rid of all these so I know where I'm going. Hey, and there's a lot of not horse riding stuff where you have to run around as a squire forever and have good cardio. The cardio is very important. I kind of miss medieval times. We haven't been in a while. I haven't had any, like, new people show up for me to take the medieval times. Okay, that direction. I'm going to Riften, aren't I? Yes. Okay. I remember, yeah. I like medieval times. But you can only go so many times, right? No. No. By order of the Jarl, shut the fuck up. Not here for that. It's still a lot of fun. I still maintain, though, that if you're going to go to medieval times and you refuse to commit to having fun, don't go to medieval times. Because that's kind of like the main draw from Evil Times is like getting into it. Oh my god. Why do they follow me down here? What if I don't do it though? I'm gonna have to kill these guards. Hi. Why don't I just hang out in this conversation? Are you gonna... No. I could just go to jail. I guess. I don't have any stolen items on me. I lose some skill progress, though? Not the number, but like the bar goes down, right? 5,000 gold. Or I could kill them all. I'm gonna look up what exactly, because I know the number doesn't go down, because they made jail much less harsh. Because obviously you're gonna commit crimes in your stay in Skyrim. You get one... you get one lockpick. Causes the dragon to lose their cumulative progress to the character level. The longer the sentence, the more skills affected. Oh. Well, if I break my lockpick, I'm just gonna cheat. Because, I don't care. I'll go to jail, fine. Sorry, barkeeper's clothes? Blacksmith? Why are those in prison? The depth lock. Nope. God, what is it? Can I just type unlock? Yes. It's a prison break. Hey, bud. I don't know where my stuff is. Oh. Okay. Well. I don't stealth. I can't. It just doesn't work for me. Alright. Oh. Well, there's some problems. Alright, well. Alright. I get bonuses. My sneak skill is like 15. And I get like 10 as a vampire. Problem solved. There they are.
I guess you're smarter than...
Alright, we'll try this prison thing again. What is my sneak skill? 21. And I have nothing in it. And my vampirism gives me... I'm 25% harder to detect while sneaking. I guess wearing my burlap sack, I could probably sneak a little better. Oh, it's a different door ID now? There we go. I don't have a lockpick though, so I can't open that door. Guard has already caught me. Yeah, it's in the chest. I just had to unlock it. And that was a problem because, you know, reasons. In cold blood, they attacked me. What are you talking about? You have a key on you? Jail key, there we go. I wonder if I can keep that key for the next time. How funny would that be? Just have the jail key when they take me to prison. I just need to get all my stuff back. I wonder if that resets my fines. 100 bounty added to Riften. I don't know what that does for my fines, but we'll find out. No guards at all near the prison. Just 0 guards.
Why take a chance? Jewelry, legendary Argonian craftsmanship. By order of the yard,
Whoop.
stop right there.
Nope, did not reset anything. They're just here. Oh man, okay, well. Thanks, Lydia. Let's go. They'll never suspect me with the Thieves Guild. Okay.
Don't get any bright ideas. By order of the
I mean, it's not a bright idea, but it's an idea.
let me speed your passage to Southern.
I maced her whole fucking head off. Now I'm well fed. Alright. Alright. No one will ever know. Okay, it's not supposed to float right away. This too. This too. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hang on. I can't pick it up, apparently. We're just gonna roll it into the water. Untraceable. Okay. Now, which one of you people do I talk to join the guild?
We have a thing going. Try anything with him, and it'd be bad for your health.
I have no business with you.
Oh, you're gonna trade me lockpicking? That'd be nice. I don't know how to join the Thieves Guild.
Got
Hi.
a lot of nerve coming down. Sure. How about you mind your own business about it? And I won't have to get Dirge to toss you into the cistern. Good day.
I'm listening.
Speak quickly. You want something from me?
That's the face changer.
I have no business.
Wasn't I coming here to talk to that guy? I thought I was talking to him for a thing. Maybe not. Hi.
Stay out of trouble, or there's gonna
Hmm.
be trouble.
Alright, well, I don't know how to join the Thieves Guild, so we're just gonna not do that. It's crap. The contact is just somewhere in Riften, I guess. That'll be fun. Oh, but he's gonna be upstairs in the market, like some sort of doofus. (1 p.m.)
Whatever you're selling, I'm not buying.
How long does he go? How long is he like a shopkeeper? I mean, I gotta wait till like the sun goes down anyway, so whatever.
I'll be listening.
If you're looking for conversation, the flagon isn't the place.
So annoyed. You need that?
Yeah.
Lydia, why? Oh no! It's still good. It's still good. Just a little airborne. Can I get out of everyone's line of sight? There we go. Alright. Delicious Horker loaf. And no one will know I stole it. Because it's inside me.
How dare you? After all we've been through together? How can you do this to me?
Hey, sorry. I just get jealous when I hear rumors about you.
That's all they are. Rumors. So quit worrying.
I'm gonna go find this guy.
Looking for conversation.
I'm mad about it. Brynjolf. Who the fuck does he think he is? Not being where he needs to be? And the guards already know I'm here, right? Like, that's just how the guards work in Skyrim. As soon as my light shows up, I guess. Oh, another dragon.
There's someone I like very much in Riften. I think I'd like to marry him someday. But, well, he's not.
Well, hey, that's not something you see every day.
You're a stranger here too, huh?
Away we go. Apparently there's no guards now. I thought they were always... They're always guards. Whoop. Speaking of... I'd rather die than go to prison.
What's done is done.
800 gold added? Okay, what did I do to deserve that?
If anybody
Oh.
asks, this meeting never
What?
But he asks, this meeting
Okay. I just... I just stood there, I murdered a guard. Maybe he was talking to me? I wasn't listening. And it's just like, the meeting never took place.
Fair price. I run the farm prawn over by the market.
Well then. If I just murder everyone, it solves all my problems. All these people are like, violence is not the answer, but like, here we are. Just absolute proof. Demonstrating that violence can be the answer.
Vampires, arms!
Hang on, I'm not ready for you yet. I'm pouring my tea, get out of here. I like that they're not concerned with me being like a criminal. It's not like, oh, he's murdered like 7 million people. He's like, vampire, oh no. Like, that's the problem. That's the thing I did wrong. Thanks, horse. Bounty collector? Oh no, okay. Was not ready for you. Hang on. Let me get my other weapon out. There we go. Okay. He's got some nice stuff on him, actually. I mean, I've made better steel stuff already, but like, not by much. I do like how the steel armor looks, though. But it's only like slightly worse than my orcish armor. That's kind of sad. Where am I going? I mean, I'm not the greatest blacksmith either. Of course, I'm going across the whole fucking map. Okay, sure, whatever. Game. Go back to the old stomping grounds. I don't even know who this target is. Maybe if I wasn't busy murdering people, I would know who I'm murdering. I'm just gonna run, like, right into him. It's like, don't, dragon.
Look, I'm busy. Please go bother somebody else.
Okay. I'm sad he didn't have a name. I guess that's just how this works now. These are like the Radiant quests. I didn't mean to take that. So the Night Mother's just like, hey, go murder these random people. Is that the Dark Brotherhood has been reduced to? Oh, so we found our way out. Couldn't get the door open, was yelling at me. Yeah, but like, is that it? Am I actually done with the Dark Brotherhood? Like, I've done the quest line, quote unquote, and I'm just doing Radiant quests to go murder people? Because if that's true, I'll just stop.
child has prayed to their mother.
I guess so. Ugh.
With the desperate gambler at the barracks in Windhelm. Accept his
They don't seem to be anything specific, so I'm imagining I'm done.
eliminate the target. So begins a contract bound in blood.
I know we've got like a torture chamber in here, but like, oh. Okay, that's torture chamber. That's what we're gonna call it. I guess this is my room. 8 gold in it. Yep. Okay. Let's sleep for a bit. 7 hours will be fine. Astrid's idea. He's not even here. Their dying wish. I want a sex dungeon. And I'm like, alright. 20,000 gold to the sex dungeon. I made that happen. Okay. I want to do... Not that one, that one. Time to start the main quest. We're all very excited about, I know. Remember that time in Solitude where I murdered the Emperor twice? I'm sure they're very happy with me here.
You have committed crimes against Skyrim and her people. What say you in your defense?
I mean, it's cheaper than Riften, but we're just gonna rack up that gold, I guess.
Is that the best you can do?
Let's, be able to see. There we go. Sorry! Not you again! Lydia, oh my god. Well, I mean... People are pretty racist in the Elder Scrolls. Like, just in general. Hi, look, I don't have a lot of time. Yeah, mutual friend.
You're who she picked? Here's the deal. I can smuggle some Don't plan on bringing anything else in with you. The Thalmor, give me what you can't live without, and I'll make sure to get it into the embassy. The rest is up to you. You're asking me? If you actually want to get out alive, I'd bring whatever you need to move quietly and quickly.
About that, I'm no good at things like that at all.
Get this inside the embassy for you. I've got to go. I'll find you at the party. Don't worry.
What can I not live without? Well, everything I have equipped. You can have some lockpicks. I'm gonna die on my way there.
Your job is to get into the party without being fingered as a spy. I'll take care of the rest.
Never see me strutting around like that.
Time to leave. Where am I even going? Oh, down here. Okay, sure. Let's fast travel to the farm before a guard finds me. And then we'll fast travel directly into a guard. And have nothing to show for it. No? Good.
I can use the practice.
I'll just, get out of your way. Lydia's got this. We're good. I had to Whiterun. Oh. Why are you... Is it because I'm a vampire? Can I not do the main quest?
You're not afraid of me, are you?
No, not at all. Some things are a little broken, I feel like. Can I reset her? How do you reset an NPC? I don't remember anymore.
Look out!
Look out! It's...
You have to do better than that.
No.
On guard.
I have broken the game. Cool. Let's see. What's the command? Reset AI. Will that work? No, she just hates me. There we go. Jeez.
Good. I have your invitation to the party. But the only way you're going to get past the guards is if you're really ready, which means you need to look the part and not be armed to the... When you're ready, I'll keep the rest of your gear safe. You'll only have what Malborn smuggled into you, plus whatever you can pick up inside.
Why can't I... Okay. I couldn't jump. Well, that was an experience. No, I'm not putting up with you. Hi.
Malborn, the gear you want to smuggle in. Good. But the only... Which means, when you're ready, you'll only have... You can't go to a party... Thalmor Embassy dressed like... I guess that will have to do. Ready to board the carriage to the embassy? Don't worry. Just make sure. Good luck.
That's the second time that an NPC has just broken and wanted to murder me. Not counting the Argonian up there in Solitude.
Fellow latecomer to Element's little soiree.
Oh.
And arriving by carriage, no less. I salute you, my good lady.
Thanks.
Lateness is due more
more to getting lost on the way up this god's-forsaken mountain than to any desire to actually arrive late. I prefer to arrive early, often the day before the party, so as not to miss out on any of the drinking.
Yeah.
Please, you first. There's not enough drinking in the world today, wouldn't you agree?
Oh.
Welcome to the Thalmor Embassy. Your invitation, please. Your invitation, please. Thank you, ma'am. Go right in.
Here's my invitation. I don't have a poison dagger strapped to my throat.
I like they don't even, like, check me for weapons. Like, I could have just walked in here with everything.
Welcome. I don't believe we've met. I am Elenwen, the Thalmor ambassador to Skyrim. And you are? Ah, yes. I remember your name from the...
I feel like people knowing my name is not a good idea.
What brings you to this... to Skyrim? What is it, Malborn?
Seems they've been traveling around the whole run out of the Alto wine. Do I have your permission to uncork the Orinthia Red?
Of course. I've told you before not to bother me with such trifles.
Yes, Madam Ambassador.
And then I disappear.
Between the dragons and the storm.
Woo!
We've had the same troubles.
What can I get for you? You made it in. Good. As soon as you distract the guards, I'll open this door and we can get you on your way. Let's hope we both live through this day. Of course. Let me see if we have another bottle of that. I'll be waiting by the door for everyone to be distracted.
And how do I distract them exactly? Can you play beautiful music? No.
The Great War
I admit,
is long
I've never
past.
felt entirely at ease in the Thalmor embassy.
Merry Dominion put aside their differences. Prosperity is good for everyone.
For now, perhaps. But I've heard disturbing rumors that they're marshalling their strength. I suspect the treaty that ended the war was just a tactic to buy time so the Thalmor can rebuild their armies. I hope I'm wrong. I'm not sure the Empire can afford another war. Say on, friend. What do you need? I don't want to get involved in anything with dignity as Jarl.
Is my staff seeing to your needs?
Thank you. I knew you'd understand.
Yes. Excellent. I'll leave you to it then.
What does a fellow need to do to get a drink around here? My friend, you... And none of the waiters will bring me a drink. Afraid I'll cause another scene, I suppose. I need another drink.
Can I just find...
What does a fellow need to do to get a...
Here, I brought you a drink.
One generous soul amongst a gathering of pinch pennies and lick spittles.
Lick spittles? Ew.
Can ever do for you, do not hesitate to call upon. Your wish is my command, as long as it doesn't involve much physical activity. I seem to be having trouble staying on my feet at the moment. My friend, a toast to a beer. Of course. Is that all? Back and behold my handiwork. What have you heard?
I have more alcohol if you wanted it. No.
Could I have your attention, please? I have an announcement to make. I propose a toast to...
Let's go. Before anyone notices us.
I speak figuratively. Nothing could be more unlikely than that someone would actually want her in their bed. Although, most of you are already in bed with her. But again, I speak figuratively, of course.
What a nice man. Just the things he does for alcohol. Oh, I should do it over here. Okay.
Let's hope nobody saw us slip out. We need to pass through the kitchen. Your gear is hidden in the larder. Just stay close and let me do any talking. Got it? Follow me.
Who comes, Malborn? You know, strange smells in my kitchen.
A guest feeling ill. Leave the poor wretch be.
A guest? In the kitchens? You know this is against the rules.
Rules?
rules, is it, Zavani? I didn't realize that eating moon sugar was permitted.
Oh.
Get out of here. I saw nothing.
Your gear is in that chest.
Fucking got him.
Behind you. Don't screw this up.
Well, there's not going to be a lot of stealth, I hope. You're not expecting that from me. Oh, I gave him the wrong amulet. No, I didn't.
Someone misses me at the party. Both dead.
Why is there a...
Lock the door behind you, or the patrols might notice something's wrong.
That was delicious.
Anything else I can take?
By the way,
Oh, okay.
have you heard any interesting
Good luck.
See those robes?
You're on your own
Did you
this
hear
morning.
something? Were they with more of the emissary's treaty enforcement?
Who is fighting? I mean, okay, well. Whatever. Not a stealthy person. I tried to warn them. They didn't listen to me. I am going to die. Maybe not. Wizard's just given up. Cool. Anything useful? No. You? Ended invisibility. Okay, maybe. I'll think about it. No. Okay. Let's light this place up a little bit. Go. I wish there was like just something cool I could steal. The cake and the diamond. Not reading that. That's some food at least. Baked potatoes are a lie. They're not great. Lesser Soul Gem. Stamina, Magica. I don't actually want the poisons. Just have to touch every book, just in case. Okay, back downstairs. Really? Blocked by a chest-high wall? Whatever. They do need to eat someone, though. I feel like at this point, I'm, like, as a cannibal vampire, like, I'd be making a name for myself. People would already know who I am.
But I need that money.
I'm sorry you needed that money. Hi, LB. How are you? I'm being extra stealthy. Potion of haggling. Okay. Oh, I thought I'd learned something from these books. Anything at all? Nope. Okay. I don't know what in there I was supposed to take, but sure, whatever. I don't know if I want anything in there. You know what you want to do, though. Animal Crossing.
I told
Hi.
you, I don't know anything else about it. Fine, whatever you want. Can't you just kill me and get it over with? There's this old man. I've seen him around Riften.
Riften? God damn it.
Where he lives. I don't know his name. Yes, he matches the description of this Esbern guy you're looking for. Maybe it's him, maybe it isn't. That's all I know, okay? Why don't you just kill me already?
Can I like free him? No. No. Not even gonna let me do that?
I told you. I don't know anything. What? Who? What?
There we go.
Sure. Come on, this way. I've seen the guards use it to get rid. If you like, but we need to find a way to unlock that trap door.
Never mind. I'm dead already.
Yeah, come get me.
I cannot best you. Run off.
What about the... Oh. Okay. I thought he was gonna need help. But, no. Trapdoor key, I'll take that. No, just the one guy? Okay. I'm not searching everything. That sounded really menacing. That's why. Hey, I need another unusual gem. Illusion. 1 gold. 42 gold total. That guy's gonna be so cold. That sucks. We did it! Yay! just murdered everyone in the embassy. That's not going to cause any sort of international incident.
We did it! We did it! We did it! Hooray!
Aw, can I save that guy? I guess not. I could not hit that lady to save my life. Literally.
Now the Thalmor will be hunting me for the rest of my life. I hope it was worth it.
I would really like to get my weapons out. That'd be nice. No? Lydia, you okay? Did I just break the game again?
I should have known this would end badly. I can't believe I let Delphine talk me into this.
Alright, now I can pull out my hand.
That's close enough, fool. Now you die.
I cannot left click to bring out my weapons anymore. You're alive, you're fine. Man, I am just not a very liked person in this game. Sure. Alright, I'm gonna fast travel now. I don't feel like following that guy. Where am I even going? Riverwood. Well, all the guards in Riverwood are gonna die again. Ah, yes, the sun boils my blood. The very bright noonday sun. It may as well be nighttime, I don't know.
Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, warm beds.
So, I don't know if you're still around, OB. I've managed to break the game in fascinating and interesting ways with AA behavior. I don't know how. I have several NPCs that will just be required and not be able to die and want to kill me. He tried to kill me. Delphine tried to murder me earlier. Would not stop. He couldn't continue the main quest. I had to console command her AI back to, like, I had to reset it entirely.
Really? That seems hard to believe. You're sure about that?
Esbern? He's alive? I thought the Thalmor must have got him years ago. That crazy old man.
I don't know why she wanted to kill me.
Thalmor would be on his trail, though, if they were trying to find out what's going on with the dragons.
You mean aside from wanting to kill every blade they can lay their hands on? Esbern was one of the Blade's archivists, back before the Thalmor smashed us during the Great War. He knew everything about the ancient dragon lore of the Blades. Obsessed with it, really.
There's also that guy in Solitude that wants to kill me, like, literally every time anything happens.
As we all thought. Riften, eh? probably down in the Ratway then. It's where I'd go. You'd better get to Riften. Talk to Brynjolf. He's well connected. A good starting point.
I hope I haven't murdered this man.
If you think I'm paranoid, you may have some trouble getting him to trust you. Just ask him where he was on the 30th of Frostfall. You'll know what it means.
Now I get to go talk to Brynjolf. That asshole. Nobody likes Brynjolf. Why do I have to talk to him? I'm still mad he's invulnerable. Like, not just, like, important. Yeah. I can't even pay my fines anymore. I've hit 10,000. Yeah. Alright. Wasn't in cold blood. Shut up. He attacked me. Hi.
Never done an honest day's work in your life for all that coin you carry, eh, lass?
Hey, I worked hard murdering for this.
Ah, expecting free information, eh? Help me deal with business first, then we'll see how I can help you. Besides, you look like your pockets are a little light on coin. Am I right?
I don't think so.
Passing on a golden opportunity is worse. I've got a bit of an errand to perform, but I need an extra pair of hands. And in my line of work, extra hands are well paid. Simple. I'm going to cause a distraction. You're gonna steal Medesi's silver ring from a strongbox under his stand. Once you have it, I want you to place it in Branche's pocket without him noticing.
About that. Break the law? Are you kidding?
Sorry. I usually have a note. Never mind. Glad to see you finally came to your senses. Simple. Once you have it, I want you to... There's some... Now, you tell me when you're ready, and we'll get started.
Looking to stay alive?
Good. Wait until I start the distraction, then show me what you're made
Caught
of.
by yours truly.
Everyone, gather round.
Another fight!
I have something amazing
Please,
to show
someone
you
do
that demands
something.
your attention.
Fools are actually fighting.
This should be good.
We've caused a scene. Where's the strongbox even supposed to be? Like that? Oh, hey. Oh.
Hey, watch what you're doing.
A fight.
Lydia's got this. This one? Yep, there we go. I mean, I guess people can see me. Requires a key. This one, then? Damn. Well, it's not the lockbox I wanted, but, you know, whatever. Major conjuring? Yeah, what are you gonna do about it? Excuse me.
I'm warning.
What are you gonna do? Call the guards on me? Losers. It's got a display case key. I'm the worst thief, but like no one can stop me. Hey, what do you got here? These are expensive. Okay. Anyway, where's what's her face? What, her face? His face? Their face. Hi. There you are.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Sure, I'm a dirty beggar. Why would you want to even speak to me?
Come on, Brynjolf. What is it this time?
Patience, Branchet. This is a rare opportunity, and I wouldn't want you to get
Who is looking at me?
Said about the wisp essence, and it turned out to be crushed nirn root mixed with water.
That was a simple misunderstanding. But this
I'm gonna need you to here. Look this way.
Go away, if you know what's good for you.
Alma blood elixir. Oh, come on. Are you talking about the snow elves?
The one and only. Mystical beings who live in legends.
Were masters of Greek. Where did you get that then? No one's seen them in years.
My sources must remain a secret for their the contents are genuine. One sip of the elixir and your wishes.
Come on, come on, come on.
Everlasting life.
Huh?
Or perhaps limitless.
Don't even think about it.
How much does it cost?
Only 20 gold septims. Hurry.
Never should have come here.
Okay, look, we're gonna leave. Well, just a second. Hang on, we're gonna leave. In here. Alright, wait for an hour. Cool. Alright, well. Alright, Brynjolf, hi.
I had to let the whole plan fall through.
Yeah, well. No, nothing at all.
I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Nothing around here is
Hey, look. I just needed your key. Stupid game, can't pick a lock that needs a key. Where are you going? Hi.
But never mind. There's plenty of gold out there for them. All right.
Yep, I handle it.
I represent as its home and get there in one piece. We'll see if you really got what it takes. What is it with you and all these questions? Very well.
Oh god. There's
I wanted to try that out as soon as
and it all went perfectly. Master Thief. Honestly, game's fault for forcing me to do thief stuff. I mean, granted, I could fail and it's fine, but like, still. There was an alternate solution I could have gone with. He might be really easy to pickpocket too, but the fact that he saw me doing all the other stuff and like, no, I don't want to deal with you.
Those days are over.
I'm telling you, this one is different.
Oh my god, yeah, not even a thief.
Quit kidding yourself.
It's time to face the truth, old friend. You, Vex, Mercer, you're all part of a dying breed. Things are changing.
Dying breed, eh? Well, what do you call that then?
A murderer.
Color me
Oh.
I wasn't certain I'd ever see you again. Reliable and headstrong? You're turning out to be quite the prize.
Reliable? Oh my god, does this guy not remember anything?
Whetted your appetite with our little scheme at the market. How about handling a few deadbeats for me?
Is he gonna be like the guy from Memento where he just can't form new memories? Like, I don't know if reliable is the right word. I literally murdered everyone in the market, stole everything in front of everyone, left for an hour, and came.
Organization some serious coin, and they've decided not to pay. I want you to explain to them the error of their ways. Kirava, Bersi Honeyhand, and Helga. Do this right, and I can promise you a permanent place. Honestly, the debt is secondary here. What's more important...
That's probably the most truthful thing he ever said, was this one's different.
A word of warning, though. I don't want any of them killed. Bad for business. Good. If you need any details on your marks, I'll be here. Now get...
Alright. Hi.
You'd better have coin to pay for your drinks. There's no handouts here.
I guess I'm collecting the debt first? Why is he marked?
I wouldn't stay here. Huh. Lot of old guys around. I don't really know how I can help. There's a reason the Sea Guard doesn't come down here, you know.
Oh, they do. They do. Don't just, like, outright lie to me, dude. Well, you fished his corpse out of the cistern, at least. Her corpse? I think it was a girl. Let me tell you, though, the guards do come down here. I feel like I have this small sneaking suspicion that maybe, just maybe, I'm playing this game not at all how they intended. Which is kind of funny how much it's breaking the game. Anyway, where'd Helga go? I know I beat her up. No.
Working at the Rift and Fishery is tough, but I put some coin in.
A different quest? Yeah. That's why he's marked. Okay. Pond prawn? Whoa. Ma'am?
So, can I interest you in anything today? What? Oh, it's one of you people. So Brynjolf doesn't even bother to show up himself anymore, eh? What's this message? Petty threats and fist-waving are not going to... You demand payment for protection, and you can't even... Don't fool yourself. It's only a matter of time before you people are run out of Riften.
I think you need to shut your mouth. Yeah.
Come on.
I didn't mean to punch the lady behind him, but, you know, that's what happens in a brawl. Oh my god! Fuck your wife, too, I guess! Daughter? I don't know. Pay your goddamn protection money.
You need to leave now. Please, no more. I'll pay.
I guess I'll eat her or whatever. Oh my god. One-hand attacks do more damage. Okay. Take the key, take the thing. There we go. I got a key to your house. Don't you forget it. Jesus Christ. I fucking just... that was great. I didn't mean to punch her in the first place, but she fucking drew a knife on me.
Here for a room or something? You want something or not? I've already told that buffoon that I'm not paying you people a single coin. Look around you. I'm barely keeping this rat hole together. Come on, give it your best shot.
Yeah, alright. Lydia, please.
Please stop. I'll pay. Take it.
All that for 100 gold?
I'm beginning to think leaving Mournhold was a mistake.
Man, if that's like the barehanded execution, can I just become a monk and just start punching people? There's an unarmed skill, right? No, it's... I do extra damage unarmed. Is there an unarmed skill? I don't remember anything about... I don't think so. Does it count? Is it somewhere else? Count? No, it would be one-handed. Hmm.
It's you. Please, don't hurt me. I know who you are. You've been terrorizing the entire city.
He knows me!
No need for that here. Message understood. Here, I even have the payment.
That was easy. I mean, I just murdered all the guards. Finally, someone who gets me.
My food is the best in all Skyrim.
I...
Jewelry with legend.
Wait, why is he dead?
Buy armor from Grelka.
He was an important NPC a second ago. Well, I didn't kill him, so...
Buy some armor and live to tell about it.
No one will ever know. Gotta clean up the streets. And it's like it never happened.
And now you pay for everything in the town.
Oh, okay. How much damage do I do? Yeah, can I just execute this person? Oh, Lydia, you took my fun. Okay, well. Take the note. And then we eat the cat. Delicioso. And then we move on. What does that note say? Gonna be coming to a rift in the next few days. Bird, elimination target is height birdie. You sign out, it's going to necessarily. Oh. Who could this E be?
So, job's done and you even brought the gold. Best of all, you did it clean. I like that.
Was that clean?
Bodies and keeping the guards quiet can be expensive. Well done. And it would seem I owe you something in return. Here you go. I think you'll find these quite useful. Judging from how well you've handled those shopkeepers, I'd say you've done more than simply prove yourself. We need people like you in our outfit. That's the spirit. Larceny's in your blood. The telltale sign of a practiced thief.
Ah, yes. Practice thief. That's me.
What's on your mind? We've run into a rough patch lately, but it's nothing to be concerned about. Tell you what, you keep making us coin, and I'll worry about everything else. Fair enough? Now, if there are no more questions, how about following me and I'll show you what we're all about?
It's kind of in the Net Thieves Guild. I get it. Alright. Oh, okay. Sorry, you just stood there.
Let me show you the operation. Then you can ask your questions.
Must be used to worse. Yeah, I wonder. Like, what do they? How incompetent is the Thieves Guild in Skyrim?
Mercer, this is the one I was talking about. Our new recruit.
This better not be another waste of the guild's resources, Brynjolf. Before we continue, I want to make one thing perfectly clear. You play by the rules, you walk away rich. You break the
Thieves playing by the rules?
No debates, no discussions. You do what we say, when we say. Do I make myself clear?
Rules. We're thieves. What's the point of rules?
Go because you're new here. Ask things out of turn again, and we have a problem. Now, are we clear on all of this?
I mean, I could probably beat him up.
Good. Then I think it's time we put your expertise to the test.
Wait a moment. You're not talking about Golden Glow, are you? Even our little Vex couldn't get in.
You claim this recruit possesses an aptitude for our line of work. If so, let her prove it. Golden Glow Estate is critically important to one of our largest clients. However, the owner has suddenly decided to take matters into his own hands and shut us out. He needs to be taught a lesson. Brynjolf will provide you with details.
Mercer, aren't you forgetting something?
Hmm? Yes. Since Brynjolf assures me you'll be nothing but a benefit to us, then you're in.
I'm gonna speak up, Mercer.
Welcome to the family, lass. I'm expecting you to make us a lot of coin, so don't disappoint me. Simple. Do as you're told and keep your blade clean. We can't turn a profit by killing. You should talk with Delvin Mallory and Vex. They know their way around this place, and they'll be able to kick some extra jobs your way. Oh, and talk to Tanelia in the Flagon. She'll set you up with your new armor. Golden Glow Estate is a bee farm. They raise the wretched little things for honey. It's owned by some smart-mouthed wood elf named Arengoth. We need you to teach him a lesson by burning down 3 of the estate's hives and clearing out the safe in the main house. The catch is that you can't burn the whole place to the ground. That important client Mercer mentioned would be furious if you did. Aye. The last thing we want to be doing is crossing our clients. Maven prefers that Arengoth remains alive, but if he tries to stop you from getting the job done, kill him. The guild has a lot riding on this. Don't make me look foolish by mucking it up. You watch yourself on that island. Those mercenaries don't take prisoners.
You don't like burning the bees, but alright. Yes, I will.
It's one thing to say you've got a lot of people looking for him. Don't know if...
What am I even talking to you for? What is the quest this is all for? Okay.
He's paid good money for nobody to know he's down.
Oh.
All eyes are on you.
It's been a long time since I hear
us.
even the simple jobs are becoming difficult. Dangerous-looking elves who didn't give their names. Draw your own conclusions. Until next time.
Well, the other quest is in. The other one for talking to people is not on this list. Oh. No, it's on here. Though it did show up like a quest.
Before we begin, I want to make two things perfectly clear. One, I'm the best infiltrator this rat hole of a guild's got. So if you think you're here to replace me, you're dead wrong. And two, you follow my lead and do exactly as I say. No questions, no excuses.
Hi, Amanda. How are you?
Now you I like. I've been getting sick of the pushovers that usually walk in here. I think you and I are gonna get along just fine. Now it's time to get your feet wet, and I don't want to waste a lot of time talking about anything but business. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you. We're in a bad way down here.
I'm good. I had the day off again today. So, hooray!
Who knows? Old Delvin thinks it's some kind of curse. I think he's crazy. If you want my opinion, I'd say it's just plain old bad luck.
We've broken Skyrim like twice today.
Get out there and start making a name for us again. Make them start fearing us like they did long ago. And while you're at it, make a little bit of coin on the side. Not a bad deal, eh? Alright, but if you get arrested, don't blame it on me.
Wait, where did all my money go? I thought I had way more money than that.
Jobs aren't gonna finish themselves, you know.
All eyes are on you, lass. Don't disappoint us.
That's really weird, because I had, like, quite a few, actually. I wonder what happened to it, because I would have got it back from jail. Unless they just take it from you, it doesn't actually end up in the chest, so if you go to jail, you lose all your money. That would be, really annoying. If I would have known that, I would have just skipped it entirely. Okay, well, they're here, so I'm assuming Esbern's also here. Please don't be that guy. You stole it? Okay. I'm not sure how much groceries you could get from Skyrim money. Going further in? Yeah.
Inkpot, stone, bucket, book, knife.
Feel like I murdered someone down here. This guy. There he is. Okay.
What? No, that's not me. I'm not Esbern. I don't know what you're talking about. Delphine? How do you... So you finally found her, and she led you to me. And here I am, caught like a rat in a trap. What's that you said? Dragonborn? Then there really is hope after all. You'd better come inside. Quickly now.
Thalmor agents have been seen in the Ratway.
I didn't even need to tell him the password this time.
Take a moment.
Oh, hang on, I'm blind. Oh, jeez. That's good lighting, though. I'm glad I got that mod.
We go. Only a couple more. There we are. Come in.
I kind of expected something to happen. Okay, bye, Lydia.
You, Dragonborn. Is it really true? Important. Far more than even she realizes. If you are Dragonborn, then there is hope, after all. For so long, all I could do was watch our doom approach, helplessly. Dragons, pah, they can be killed. The Blades killed many in their early days as dragon slayers. No, the dragons are merely the final portent of the end of days. Oh, yes, the prophecies make clear the signs that will precede the end times. One by one, I've seen them fulfilled. Alduin has returned, just like the prophecy said. The dragon from the dawn of time, who devours the souls of the dead. No one can escape his hunger, here or in the afterlife. Alduin will devour all things, and the world will end. Nothing can stop him. Yes. You see, you know, but you refuse to understand. You're right, I forget myself. I've lived without hope for so long. The prophecies are clear. Only the Dragonborn can stop Alduin. We must go, quickly now. Take me to Delphine. We have much to discuss. Give me just a moment. I must gather a few things. I'll need... No.
Got anything worth taking?
Put my annotated annuad.
Take the potions. Ah, whoa.
Well, I guess that's good enough. Let's be off.
Okay. I was like, are you following me? Am I following you? Okay. This way.
Bucket, knife, book, inkpot, stone.
What? Someone will suffer for this injustice. I'm going to find whoever did. There's the blade.
Oh, get up there eventually. Then you'll pay, Thalmor people. Just you wait. Okay. Okay, good. He's alive. Don't kill party snacks. What? Oh. I think I remember now, yeah. Where am I even taking this guy? What am I doing? The Riverwood. That's a trek I'm gonna have to fast travel for. Okay. Away!
Heard they're reforming the dog.
Of course.
Vampire.
Right. Whiterun is the only place that's not mad at me. Because I'm a Jarl there, so I can get away with whatever I want.
Delphine. Why, it's good to see you. It's been a long time.
It's good to see you too, Esbern. It's been too long, old friend. Too long. Well, then. You made it safe and sound. Good. Come on, I have a place we can talk. Orgnar, hold down the bar for a minute, will you?
Yeah, sure.
This way.
Oh, okay, I'll just wait here. You wanna? Thank you, finally, jeez.
Now then. I assume you know about...
Oh yes, Dragonbow. Indeed, yes. Oh, this changes everything, of course. There's no time to lose, so we must locate. Let me show you. I know I had it here somewhere.
Esbern, what?
Give me just a moment. Here it is. Come, let me show you. You see, right here, Skyhaven Temple. Constructed around one of the main Akaviri military camps in the Reach during their conquest of Skyrim.
Do you know what he's talking about?
Shh.
Why would I know?
This is where they built Aldrin's Wall to set down in stone all their accumulated dragon lore. A hedge against the forgetfulness of centuries. A wise and foresighted policy in the event. Despite the far-reaching fame of Aldrin's Wall at the time, one of the wonders of the ancient world, its location was lost.
Esbern, what are you getting at?
You mean, you don't mean to say you haven't heard of Aldrin's Wall? Either of you?
Let's pretend we haven't. What's Alduin's Wall, and what does it have to do with stopping the dragons?
Aldrin's Wall was where the ancient blades recorded all they knew of Aldrin and his return. Part history, part prophecy. His location has been lost for centuries, but I have found it again. Not lost, you see, just forgotten. The Blade's archives held so many secrets. I was only able to save a few scraps.
So you think that Alduin's Wall will tell us how to defeat Alduin?
Well, yes, but there's no guarantee, of course.
Skyhaven Temple it is, then. I knew you'd have something for us, Esbern. I know the area of the Reach that Esbern's talking about, near what's now known as Karthspire, in the Karth River Canyon. We can meet you there, or all travel together. Your call. Your call. Might be safer to travel separately. Attract less attention that way. Don't worry, I'll get Esbern there in one piece. We'll wait for you near Karthspire. Good luck.
Interesting map. Not reading all that. And here's the rest of my, here's where my money's gonna be. Yeah, there's my money. Alright. Forgot she had all my stuff and I never picked it up again. Everything, sort by weight. Let's put some heavy stuff back. I've apparently put things in this place before.
Still
What
here.
are you using as a weapon?
I am at your command.
Okay, well, tell you what. You can have that axe. I don't care if you use it. That too, and that. All the armor I'm not really wearing. Cool.
Let's get going then.
We'll give you better armor as we go.
Well now, that's something to think about.
Take care of yourself, Orgnar. Goodbye.
Yeah, sure. You too, Delphine. You be safe.
Your bar now.
We'll meet up near Karthspire.
I've told you where Skyhaven Temple is. I'll trust you to get us there in one piece.
What do you need, Dragonborn? Do you need something?
Okay. That's pretty close to where I've been, actually. At least. What else was I doing? I don't really want to... I guess I'll try to do Thieves Guild stuff. No, we said main quest today. I said main quest today. Anyway. So we'll stick to that. I do want to go home, though. Sunlight! I know it's just time-based, but still, that's just... Okay, I'm gonna dump everything in here. Equipped or not. Okay. Now,
I'm right
Lydia.
behind you. I am at your command.
That's not even an enchanted ring. You were using the Blade of Woe. Okay. That ring from you. Alright. And now we're going to drop everything in here again. Cool. Now, armor-wise, really, the magic is probably the best one I've got for me, anyway. Let's give her that too. As far as this, I think that might be okay. She's already wearing a necklace, I think. Need a ring. I want that one, actually. Yeah, nothing really great. Looking for shock resistance if he's not wearing something. I just need the one Orcish armor, not the rest of it. Actually, she can probably wear one too. That's the ring I want. I don't remember what shield she's going to be using. And we'll fill the rest of her stuff out with steel. I don't remember which is which. Oh, my travel lantern. Okay. Alright, Lydia.
Still here. I am at your command.
You do have a necklace, which gives you 10 health points, which is not great, but that's good enough. Okay. Give you the elven stuff first. And then I'm going to give you the one thing of Orcish armor. That shield. All the steel.
Let's get going then.
I think I had an Orcish helmet, didn't I? Yes. Trade that to her as well.
How can I serve you, my Thane? Lead on.
Nope, still gonna keep that? Okay.
I am at your command.
You need a ring. Which I didn't give you, so that's... I don't have a ring, really, for you. So that's okay. Cool. Alright, now, what are you not wearing? You're not wearing that. That. Why does she not wear gloves?
I am sworn to carry your burdens.
These are not better than what she's got, I guess. I'm just gonna take that away from her. There we go. I guess they'd have steel gauntlets. I thought I did. Okay. That's fine. Alright. Pull that on. Don't put on Travel Lantern, but keep it with me. That, wear this ring. Awesome. And I need my weapons. Interesting, they do the same damage. Um... Now, I want my money. Take all the keys, because I never know when I will need them again. I probably won't, but just in case. And I think... Damage, where's the first bow? That's mine. Dwarven and Orcish arrows. I don't think I need anything else. So... we move on. Though... what's my blacksmithing at? 64? Maybe I'll make Lydia some armor at some point. And fast travel all the way across the map again. Where am I? That is a camp. Whoop. It's fine, dragon. Do what you want. I don't have that. I got enough arrows to bring him down here. Oh, good. Other people are shooting at him. I need to heal. Oops. Wasn't expecting the two other people to join in. I thought they were still going to shoot the dragon. Why is that an egg situation? I'm confused. Also, hi? Welcome back. I was not expecting my health to be so fucking low anyway. Like, what is my health right now? About half health for some reason.
Bruce?
I can't eat the hag raven? Okay. I can eat you, though. I can't even loot you. Cool. Never mind, then. You, on the other hand. One day I'll have stamina again. Because I'm here in the daytime. Anyway, I'll just live over here for a bit. In this chest. Madness ore? Can I make armor out of that? I didn't bring any potions with me, so whatever. Oh, the dragon's down. Boy, being a vampire is kind of inconvenient sometimes. No. I can never seem to be where I want to be at night, either. So we're just gonna go back home, and we're gonna sleep for 12 hours or whatever. I gotta say, being a vampire kind of sucks. Like, not even in a jokey way. It hasn't... not really benefiting me. I thought it'd be cool. But, yeah, it's kind of not. Like, mechanically. Well, that's the thing. I am a vampire lord. Right? That's the... because we went over which ones I was taking, and I gave myself the DLC version of vampirism. And that was being a vampire lord. But I'm assuming the DLC has stuff for that. No, I just got infected. Like I said, I'm assuming the DLC has things for that. But I just got infected with the DLC version of vampirism. And I have not done the DLC. Allegedly, from what you all told me anyway. Because there are two versions of vampirism, one's for the DLC and one's because there's not. But all it's given me is 25% harder to detect while sneaking. And everything sucks when I'm outside and the sun's up. And I resist disease. For the second time. Yeah, I mean, I understand that I can do cool things as a vampire lord. However, that's not really panning out for me, is the point. Not that, yes, it exists.
going, but stay out of that mine. Fine, but we're not going in there until the yards.
I did not even ask to talk to you.
Go down there.
Never talk to me again. Yeah, I'm assuming all that kind of stuff is scripted. I was not expecting the dragon to come out of the sky right away. Alright. And he'll come down now. He did half health. Hi. Give me your soul! And your bones. Lydia. Lydia, I have some bones for you.
How can I serve you, my friend?
So, I will probably get more into it when I get to the DLC, I'm assuming. Am I already carrying too much? Oh, I'm still carrying the... Yeah, I can just stay here then. And that. I thought I put those away. There we go, now I'm much lighter. So yeah, I wonder about that, but we'll get to the DLC later. But right now, being a vampire is just kind of an inconvenience. And I feel bad if that's what it was in the base game. Excuse me, I need to eat you. Thanks. Well, I'm gonna stick with it, so I can maintain, I can still be my vampire, werewolf, lesbian, housecarl, whatever. To be fair, being a werewolf also kind of sucks. But... it's more interesting than being a vampire so far. But we'll get... But like I said, the DLC really kind of covers that. And I haven't done that yet. I'm really just a vampire for RP purposes. I just get better at going places at night. There we go. Now I'm not hungry. I probably don't need to always power attack. It just feels right. I have an ice harpoon jammed in my stuff, my chest. But that's why we're doing the main quest. So we can get through the main quest, sort of. I know the DLC is not meant to be, like, done after the main quest, but we're gonna do more of the main quest and eventually get to the DLC. I don't remember, that's the first DLC, right? Dawnguard? So we'll get to that pretty quickly. Hi, LB. Welcome back. How was dinner?
promising.
Yes, definitely early Akaviri stonework here.
We've got to get this bridge down.
And I'm gonna have to figure out the puzzle, huh?
Must have something to do with it.
Yes, these are Akaviri symbols. Here, let's see. You had the symbol for king and warrior, and of course the symbol for dragonborn. That's the one that appears to have a sort of
Chicken salad? That sounds really good. I wasn't listening to you at all. What if I just jump over? No. Won't let me do that. Cool. Oh god, I'm stuck. There we go. Alright, can you repeat that?
Must be getting close. We should proceed cautiously.
We should be careful. There's no telling what traps and wards the ancient...
That was not an answer to my question.
It was a cold day. The end of Frostfall is nearly winter in the Gerol Mountains. We heard the news at Cloud Ruler by courier, riding hard from the Imperial City. 30th of Frostfall, 171. 30 years ago. The Great War started that day. The Thalmor ambassador delivered his ultimatum to the Emperor Titus Mede, the head of every Blades agent within the Aldmeri Dominion. I knew that day that it was truly the beginning of the end.
We'd best be careful in here.
Okay.
Yes, that's it. The symbol on the pillar on the left. Given that Skyhaven Temple was sealed against the return of the Dragonborn, I will try turning all the pillars to that symbol.
Whatever you did, it worked.
That's their password? I don't know, Steven. What should we do with the password? We got 3 pillars, and we got 3 symbols on them. We got a few combinations we could do. What can we do? AAA. Perfect! Leave it there for several centuries. Fuck out of here. And then the only path is this symbol. Alright, Lydia, time to fuck this up. Just step on all the buttons. Oh no, you don't count.
Why are you stopping?
We should be careful here. See these symbols on the floor?
Esbern's right. Look like pressure.
Be careful.
Looks safe now. Let's move.
Just like I already figured it out. And these people just run through spider webs like they're nothing. Ugh. Please, Esbert, can you not go first? I am gonna murder this man. Thank you. Nope. There we go. I guess I need more dwarven arrows. Blocking, illusion. That was not really a worthwhile chest, if I'm honest. It's a very strong password. So hard to find out, I guess. Do we talk to the face? Oh.
Here's the blood seal. Another of the lost localities. No doubt triggered by your blood, Dragonborn. Look here. You see how the ancient blades revered
seal on the floor.
Am I gonna cut my hand? Right through my glove. And I'll never use that hand again. You did it! That was such a hard puzzle to solve! Activated with your blood. Yeah? Oh, and I cut myself. Wow! Amazing! You did it! This game. Found the wall. This is, further than I've ever made it in the Skyrim main story. Just so everyone knows. I've never been here. That's how quickly I gave up on the main quest. Maybe they're talking. I don't know. Oh, there we go.
Yes, let's see what we have.
I mean... No, I won't. No. You're right, yeah.
Look, here is Alduin. This panel goes back to the beginning of time, when Alduin and the Dragon Cult ruled over Skyrim. Here.
But I've never done it, so I don't even know if it's interesting. Like, it just starts... The Thalmor Embassy is like the worst part so far. And that's like the last part I did, which is why I stopped.
You see, here is fallen from the sky. The Nord tongues, masters of the voice, are arrayed against it.
No. 20 years ago, this was not interesting.
The Akaviri were not a straightforward people. Everything is couched in allegory, mythic symbolism. Yes. This here, coming from the mouths of the Nord heroes, this is the Akaviri symbol for shout, but there's no way to know what shout is meant.
I mean, this game didn't come out 20 years ago, but like...
Defeat Alduin? You're sure?
We had so many better games even by 2003. For stories, especially.
Remember, this is where they recorded all they knew of Alduin and his return.
So we're looking for a shout then. Damn it. You ever heard of such a thing? A shout that can knock a dragon out of the sky?
This is the shout I wanted. But, like... What did we... What came out concurrently with Skyrim? I mean, I know... I don't mean to, like... Let's take a moment to shit on Skyrim, but, like... What came out that year? Arkham City, Portal 2, Skyward Sword, Uncharted 3... Mass Effect 2... Bastion, Deus Ex 3, Metal Gear Solid HD Collection, I'll take that. Dead Space 2. That was a pretty good year, actually. I mean, I wouldn't count Modern Warfare and Duke Nukem Forever as something, like, good. Especially not Duke Nukem Forever. But we had a lot going on in 2011. And that's just the stuff that came out the same year as Skyrim. Magicka came out in 2011. We played that already. I would say just the fact that Mass Effect 2 came out, like, I would say that's a better RPG than this is. For, like, interesting story, anyway. It was a huge Call of Duty release, but, like, comparing that to Skyrim's story, I don't know. Because that's really what we're talking about. Because I liked Call of Duty 4. I had fun when it came out. But I don't know. I would say I would make the argument for Skyrim though that I don't think there was a game as big, like an open world game as big as this, that came out around the same time. That's kind of what it's got. Dragon Age 2 came out in 2011, allegedly, according to this thing. Really, Homefront came out in 2011. And everyone's favorite game, The Sims Medieval, came out in 2011. The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky came out in 2011. I don't think I've gotten that one yet. The game was so confusingly bad. Yeah, this the Sims game. You told me. Divinity 2 came out. I'm scrolling around and seeing what do we actually have? What are we working with in 2011? And like, not to say that it's like, oh, this game is more fun, but like, are there any like big open world games? And really, for as RPGs, we've got Mass Effect 2 and Dragon Age 2. We don't have anything super comparable. I mean, Trails in the Sky is pretty good, but that's a PSP game. And it's an RPG, but like not the same, not really open world at all. The third Mountain Blade game with Fire and Sword came out in 2011. The one that no one likes. The Witcher 2 came out in 2011. Infamous 2 came out in 2011, though that's more of a Ubisoft RPG, I would say. The open world. Red Faction Armageddon was 2011. Not great. It was a fun game, though. I missed the Geomod stuff. So, I don't know, I feel like more, like, I wouldn't even call Witcher 2 open world, but that's probably the closest we've got to Skyrim. And I've never played it. No, Chantilly's came out in 2011 too. That's on my list, actually. I was playing most of the games I've just mentioned in 2011. Especially Deus Ex Human Revolution. I love that game. Warhammer 40k Space Marine came out in 2011. That's fantastic. I'm glad that's getting a sequel. I wonder if they'd remake or like remaster the original. Man, that's a game I should play on stream. Nuclear Dawn came out in 2011 and then immediately died. Dark Souls came out in 2011? I thought that was 2012. But apparently here in this list, Dark Souls came out in October 2011. The First Orcs Must Die came out in 2011. 2011's a big year. Jeez. That's a lot of big games. Dungeon Defenders, Tropico 4, Payday the Heist, 2 Sims expansions, for Sims 3 anyway. First Crusade, which is not a good game, but I remember wanting to play that. Man. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 came out in 2011. Not Modern Warfare. Assassin's Creed Revelations, which I never got to before I stopped playing Ubisoft games. Saints Row the Third came out in 2011. My favorite Saints Row. Damn. 2011's a good year. Like, a lot of these games are really good. Okay, well. Enough of that. Hi. Oh. I didn't mean to pickpocket you. Hello.
Ever heard of a shout that can knock a dragon out of the sky?
The Greybeards might know.
I was hoping to avoid having to involve them in this, but it seems we have no choice. If they had their way, you do nothing but sit up on their mountain with them and talk to the sky or whatever it is they do. The Greybeards are so afraid of power that they won't use it. Think about it. Have they tried to stop the Civil War or done anything about Alduin? No. And they're afraid of you, of your power. Trust me, there is no need to be afraid. Think of Tiber Septim. Do you think he'd have founded the Empire if he'd listened to the Greybeards?
I mean, technically power is dangerous.
Know how to use it. All the great heroes have had to learn to use their power. Those that shrank from their destiny. Well, you've never heard of them, have you? And there are the villains, those that misused their power. There's always a choice, and there's always a risk. But if you live in fear of what might go wrong, you'll end up doing nothing. Like the Greybeards up on their mountain.
Man, what is that belt buckle on the front of your armor even attached to, or even doing?
Right. Good thing they've already let you in.
It's just like a collar, and it comes down and attaches to the front plate. It's not attached to the bottom plate.
We'll look around Skyhaven Temple and see what else the old blades might have left for us. It's a better hideout than I could have hoped for. Talos guard you.
Look here, in the third panel. The prophecy which brought the Akaviri to Tamriel in the first place, in search of the Dragonborn. Here are the Akaviri, the blades. You see their distinctive long swords. Now they need their ancient mission fulfilled, as the last Dragonborn contends with Ultron at the end of time. Are you paying attention, Delphine? You might learn something of our own history.
Okay, that fire looks a lot better up close, but like you back away like at all. Not great. Alright. I mean, just 2011, whatever. 2011 fire. So the thing is, with a lot of Bethesda games, their main quests, I don't think in any game they've ever made have their main quests actually been good. There's other ways out of this place. Why am I going backwards? not like bad, but like not interesting. And I think sometimes it's been tech related. So like the end of Oblivion's main quest. I think Oblivion has some interesting points in its main quest, but the end of it, where you're supposed to be going through this giant battle in the city, it's like they can only have like 4 characters on screen. So you kind of get there and it's like, oh, this big battle, and there's 2 guys fighting in the street. Really ruins the moment. Same thing with the Battle of Hoover Dam in New Vegas, but that wasn't Bethesda. But same problem. And just like how Oblivion ends, is just, I don't know, really weird and disappointing. Like, it's not a satisfying ending. I don't remember if Morrowind had a satisfying ending. I probably didn't. I just don't remember it. You, like, smash a thing in a forge in the middle of the mountain, the thing dies, and it's like, hooray! And then the game ends.
Your training proceeds well, Dragonborn. Where did you learn of that? Who have you been talking to? Yes, for matters of such gravity, we need to know where you stand, or who you stand with. The Blades, of course. They specialize in meddling in matters they barely understand. Their reckless arrogance knows no bounds. They have always sought to turn the Dragonborn from the path of wisdom. Have you learned nothing from us? Would you simply be a tool in the hands of the Blades to be used for their own purposes? What I want is irrelevant. This shout was used once before, was it not? And here we are again. Have you considered that Alduin was not meant to be defeated? Those who overthrew him in ancient times only postponed the day of reckoning. They did not stop it. If the world is meant to end, so be it. Let it end and be reborn.
And then every 100 so years, Alduin will show up. And then, as destined, a blonde-haired woman will show up as the Dragonborn and kill him, and the cycle continues. Soon I'll be wearing a green tunic.
No, not now. Not until you return to the path of wisdom.
Sure. What was that?
Forgive me, I was intemperate. I allowed my emotions to cloud my judgment. Master Einar reminded me of my duty. The decision whether or not to help you is not mine to make. No, I cannot teach it to you because I do not know it. It is called Dragonrend, but its words of power are unknown to us. We do not regret this loss. Dragonrend holds no place within the way of the voice.
I mean, it does now with dragons.
It was created by those who had lived under the unimaginable cruelty of Alduin's dragon cult. Their whole lives were consumed with hatred for dragons, and they poured all their anger and hatred into this shout. When you learn a shout, you take it into your very being. In a sense, you become
the shout.
If you learn and use this shout, you will be taking this evil into yourself.
Boy, let me tell you about evil. Maybe not.
Only Paarthurnax, the master of our order, can answer that question. weren't ready, you still aren't ready. But, thanks to the blades, you now have questions that only Parthenax can answer. He lives in seclusion on the very peak of the mountain. He speaks to us only rarely, and never to outsiders. Being allowed to see him is a great privilege.
That man's very surprised by it.
Only those whose voice is strong can find the path. We will teach you a shout to open the way to Parthenax.
Only if your shouts are strong enough. Anyway, here's like the shout key. If you just yell at the energy door hard enough, you can just walk up the mountain. It's fine, really. We make a big deal out of it, but like just for show. Please, I'm joking. I don't want it to be that stupid. Every time I make a joke, though, it comes true. My word of power is just bark at just different volumes. God, no, Anthony, I've had him for a long time. I'm just doing the main quest, finally. But, hi, Anthony. How are you doing? I'm going up to the peak of the mountain that I could probably just get a horse and climb up there and not care at all. I'm good. I'm good. I was off work today. This gate fucking kills you, by the way. I have actually climbed this mountain with a horse. Not even joking. To get here before, and if you touch the gate, it kills you.
Final gift from us, Dragon.
You're not ready to do anything. Your training isn't complete. This is the last thing we're gonna teach you. Like, we don't care anymore. And he just gave me his soul? Oh my god.
Blow away the mist, but only for a time. The path to Parthenax is perilous, not to be embarked upon lightly. Keep moving, stay focused on your goal, and you will reach the summit.
Okie dokie. Really playing this up. What do we got? Clear skies. Here we go. But yeah, this door here, just... I've been on the other side already, and this weather effect doesn't happen, but you touch it and you just die. I was really upset, because I had just climbed the... Where am I in the map? Because you come over here, right? And go... Wherever you start climbing the mountain, you go like this way and up here, and there's like a bandit tower, and I just climbed the entire mountain on my horse all the way over here. Does the mist hurt me? Sort of. Oh look, ore. Oh, it's silver. Hmm.
Look!
The goat is worthy, apparently. I can't climb the mountain to see Parthenax, but that goat? Unfazed. His shouts are strong. Does it? It's not doing health damage though. I'm not sure what the point of this shout is. Yep, I'm still at full health. I know it'll like clear up like rainstorms and stuff, but like
No! Don't go!
I'm gonna save again. Oh, okay. Enjoy your lurk out. Whatever you're doing. Going to sleep, probably. Come on to you. Oh my god. Sorry, Lydia. You just got in the way. What if I just don't use the shout? Is it just like extra cold? Oh. Okay. Well. What a horrific trial I've done. Oh, little goat, lay down. Hey, buddy. Tired from climbing this mountain. Oh. Oh, and I can't move now. I meant to charge that up. I finally discovered the throat of the world. Hey, look, a dragon! Oh. I got it. Understand. I was gonna murder him.
Who are you? What brings you to my Strunmach, my mountain? They see me as master, Wuth Onik, old and wise. It is true I am old.
I mean, if you're just gonna say it in English later, like, just skip the dragon words.
Why do you intrude on my meditation?
I have questions.
Drem, patience. There are formalities which must be observed at the first meeting of two of the Dove. By long tradition, the Elder speaks first. Hear
Right on.
Thum, feel it in your bones. Match it if you are Dovahkiin. Why do you intrude here if not for Tinvak?
I can't believe he just lit me on fire.
Understand fire as the Dove do.
Do you want me to, like, use it on you? Oh, yes. Okay. Got it. Understood.
Now, show me what you can do. Greet me not as mortal, but as Dova.
Just shoot fire directly in your face. So, you know, how long have you been alive? Just hanging out on this mountain.
No easy task for a jaw mortal, even for one of Dovasos, dragon blood. What would you ask of me?
The way he's like looking up at me like a dog that's like wanting to play is kind of cute.
I have expected you, Proda. You would not come all this way for Tinvak with an old Dova. No, you seek your weapon against Alduin. Yes, they are very protective of me, Bahlan Fadon. But I do not know the Thum you seek. Croesus, it cannot be known to me. Your kind, Jor, mortals, created it as a weapon against the Dove, the dragons. Our Hadrime, our minds, cannot even comprehend its concepts. Drem, all in good time. First, a question for you. Why do you want to learn this Thum?
I mean, it's easier than shooting dragons with a bow, but that's not going to be an answer.
Yes, Alduin, Zebach, the elder brother, gifted, grasping, and troublesome, as is so often the case with Firstborn. But why? Why must you stop Alduin? Prusa, as good a reason as any. There are many who feel...
If the world ended, then I can't kill people.
Some would say that all things must end, so that the next can come to pass. Perhaps this world is simply the egg of the next Kalpa, Lean Vokeen. Would you stop the next world from being born? Paz, a fair answer. Rofus, maybe you only balance the forces that work to quicken the end of this world. Even we who ride the currents of time cannot see past time's end. Wulsetid los Trahodis. Those who try to hasten the end may delay it. Those who work to delay the end may bring it closer. But you have indulged my weakness for speech long enough. Croesus, now I will answer your question. Do you know why I live here, at the peak of the Monaven, what you name Throat of the World? This is the most sacred mountain in Skyrim, Sokravak Struma, the great mountain of the world. Here, the ancient tongues, the first mortal masters of the voice, brought Alduin to battle and defeated him. Yes and no. Vik Nuzny Karon. Alduin was not truly defeated either. If he was, you would not be here today, seeking to defeat him.
Every time he starts speaking in the dragon tongue, I feel like he's just insulting me because I don't know what he's saying. I don't know why that's funnier to me.
Ok Mulag Unsrad.
It was the Kell, the Elder Scroll. They used it to cast him adrift on the currents of time. Not intentionally. Some hoped he would be gone forever, forever lost.
So someone sacrificed their eyesight to send a dragon forward in time? Interesting.
Tidbo Amativ. Time flows ever onward. One day he would surface. Which is why I have lived here. For thousands of mortal years, I have waited. I knew where he would emerge, but not when. How to explain in your tongue? The Dove have words for such things that Jaw do not. It is an artifact from outside time. It does not exist, but it has always existed. Rahwatlan. They are fragments of creation. The Kele, Elder Scrolls, as you name them, they have often been used for prophecy. Yes, your prophecy comes from an Elder Scroll. But this is only a small part of their power. Zofa Suyek. Tid Krent. Time was shattered here because of what the ancient Nords did to Alduin. If you brought that Kell, that Elder Scroll back here to the Tid Ahran, the Time Wound, with the Elder Scroll that was used to break time, you may be able to cast yourself back to the other end of the break. You could learn Dragonrend from those who created it.
We are like 2 steps into this main quest and we're already time traveling?
Croesus, no. I know little of what has passed below in the long years I have lived here. You are likely better informed than I. Trust your instincts, Dovahkiin. Your blood will show you the way. Return it here to the Tid Ahran. Then, Kele Vomindok. Nothing is certain with such things. But I believe the scroll's bond with the Tid Ahran will allow you a seeing.
Oh, vision. Okay, it's not actually like sending me back in time. Oh, that'd be wild.
Then you will feel, know Dragonrend in the power of its first expression. You will see them, Wuthfadon, my friends, Haken, Gormlaith, Feldir. The first mortals that I taught the Thum, the first tongues, the leaders of the rebellion against Alduin. They were mighty in their day, even to attempt to defeat Alduin.
You're tired?
The Nords have had many heroes since, but none greater. Vormendok, I do not know. Perhaps in the very doing, they erased the knowing of it from time itself. The Dove are children of Akatosh. Thus, We are specially attuned to the flow of time, perhaps also uniquely vulnerable. I warned them against such a rash action. Even I could not foresee its consequences. Nust Lihorn, they would not listen. Yes, there were a few of us that rebelled against Alduin's his tyranny. We aided the humans in his overthrow. But they did not trust us, ni Ov. Their inner counsels were kept hidden from us. I was far from here on the day of Alduin's downfall, but all Dove felt the sundering of time itself. I cannot tell you in detail. I never heard it used. Kogan. It was the first Thum created solely by mortals. It was said to force a dragon to experience the concept of mortality. A truly...
Those goddamn mortals. Just creating words.
idea.
Gonna yell Frindle at this dragon.
Return it here to the Tid Achran. Then, Kele Vomindok. Nothing is certain with such things.
That's not what I want to click on.
You will see them. They were mighty.
Roll down. That's the one I click on.
I have taught the way of the voice for centuries, and the Thum since long before that. But no, Dovahkiin. Others do not come here to train anymore. Saran, you are the first in over 100 years. I meditate on the Rotmulag, the words of power. I counsel in their use. It is enough for me. Knowing a word of power is to take its meaning into yourself. Contemplate the meaning of a Rotmulag. You will become closer to that word as it fills your inner self. Will I teach you, Dovahkiin? What word calls you to deeper understanding? There are 3 to master. Fus, Faim, and Yol.
I don't know what any of those words mean. Sure.
It is called force in your tongue. But as you push the world, so does the world push back. Think of the way force may be applied effortlessly. Imagine but a whisper pushing aside all in its path. That is Fus. Let its meaning fill you. Sum Ark Mora. You will push the world harder than it pushes back. Which calls to you, Dovahkiin?
Force without
Faim or
effort.
Yol?
Okay.
It is called...
That's...
Think that is...
Man, I really wish it would highlight what I'm mousing over.
To you, Dovahkiin. Fade in your tongue. Mortals have greater affinity for this word than the Dove. Everything mortal fades away in time, but the spirit remains. Ponder the meaning of spirit. Unslad's
What do you eat, Parthenax?
flesh may wither and die.
The goats, I guess? They just like wander up here?
That is fine. Let that meaning fill you. Sum Ark Mora. Which calls to you, Dovahkiin. In your tongue, the word simply means fire. It is change given form, power at its most primal.
Like, I feel like if he had to go, like, hunting, dragons wouldn't be that surprising.
Solyak, power, you have it, as do. Think of this as the fire builds in your sum, in your breath.
Alright, we're done talking to you. Oh.
Greetings.
I did not talk to you again. Okie dokie. What did that do for me? Alright. And now we go back, I guess. I'm not really sure what contemplating the words did for me. It said it did a thing. I don't know what that thing is. This way for some... Well, I just need to go back, I guess. He's still outside. No? No, okay, he's here in the tower? Okay. I didn't know that would be something I could go inside of. Open Skyrim.
So, you spoke to Paarthurnax. The dragon blood burns bright within you. Did he tell you what you wanted to know? Did he teach you the dragon rend shout? Well, so be it. If he believes it is necessary for you to learn this, we will bow to his wisdom. We have never concerned ourselves with the scrolls. The gods themselves would rightly fear to tamper with such things. As for where to find it, such blasphemies have always been the stock and trade of the mages of Winterhold.
Now I gotta go to the Mages Guild.
Something about the Elder Scroll you seek.
Boy, I can ask you a lot of questions that I don't care about. So now I gotta go join the Mages College. Oh my god, the main quest makes me do everything. It hasn't made me do the battle buddies yet, so why is that gonna be last? I can warp from here, so... Oh no, it doesn't care about it anymore. It just wants to send me up there. Okay, I think I can maybe do that summon now. Guess we'll find out. Oh.
You have committed crimes against Skyrim and her people. What say you?
Have 1,000 gold.
Now come along with us. We'll take any stolen goods and you'll be free to go. After we pay the fine.
I need to sleep. What is it? This one? Oh, I can't. 132. I might be able to cast that. I think this was the end. Yes.
Come on in. Just stoke the fire.
I appreciate the... Was that just the Jarl coming into the... Yeah.
Speak if there's anything you need. Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm getting kind of a feel of how much I rest for. And then I need to eat. Because I'm not going to be feasting on humans. Oh no, I left all my food. Sir.
If there's anything else you need. Take a look.
I'm gonna need food, man, real bad. Okay, that might be enough.
See ya.
Yeah, good.
I don't deal with any college applicants these days, so don't.
Okay, now, do I have enough? I'll wait till I'm up there to find. Before I didn't have enough magicka.
The college is an asset to Skyrim, even if it goes unnoticed or unappreciated. If you can pass the test, then yes. Dragonborn? It's been so long since we've had any contact with them. I would be most impressed to see that. So the stories are true. You are Dragonborn.
Why couldn't I do that the first time?
To show some aptitude with one of the... I think there is much that we can... I think you'll be a superb... I'll lead you across the bridge. Once you're inside, you'll want to speak with Mirabelle Irvine, our master with...
Well, glad that's out of the way, but I'm a little upset about it. Also, if I opened that door and the game restarted, I would uninstall and we'd move on.
No matter what, the college will...
Sorry, I didn't mean to bother you. Luckily, I'm not going to have to, like, do all the Mages Guild quests. I'm not even going to follow you anymore. I'm done. You don't need to do anything else, I don't think. Lighting change!
I believe I've made myself rather clear.
Yes, of course. I'm simply trying to understand the reasoning behind the decision.
You may be used to the Empire bowing to your every whim, but I'm afraid you'll find the Thalmor received no such treatment here. You are a guest of the college, here at the pleasure of the Archmage. I hope you appreciate the opportunity.
Yes, of course. The Archmage has my thanks.
Don't trust him.
I have many important things on my mind. Your concerns are not mine.
Welcome, welcome. We were just beginning. Please, stay and listen. So, as I was saying...
Not what I'm here for.
You are now in the Arcanium, of which I am in charge. It might as well be my own little plane of oblivion. Disrupt my Arcanium, and I will have you torn apart by angry Atronachs. Now, do you require assistance? And what do you plan to do with it? Do you even know what you're asking about? Or are you just someone's errand girl? I knew it. Everyone comes in here expecting my help, but they don't even have the proper questions. An Elder Scroll is an instrument of immense knowledge and power. To read an Elder Scroll, a person must have the most rigorously trained mind, or else risk madness. Even so, the Divines usually take the reader's sight as a price. The simplest way to put it is knowledge, but there's nothing simple about an Elder Scroll. It's a reflection of all possible futures and all possible pasts. Each reader sees different reflections through different lenses, and may come away with a different reading. But at the same time, all of it is true, even the falsehoods, especially the falsehoods. It would take a month to explain to you how that very question doesn't even make sense. Scrolls exist here, with us, but also beyond and beneath, before and after. They are bits of divine-made substance, so we could know them. Sorry, talking about the scrolls, you usually end up in irritating and vague metaphors like that. Some people who study them devoutly go mad. Ah, you think that even if I did have one here, I would let you see it? It would be kept under the highest security. The greatest thief in the world wouldn't be able to lay a finger on it. What about... Wait. Were you the one the Greybeards were calling? I'll bring everything we have on them, but it's not much. So don't get your hopes up. It's mostly lies, leavened with rumor and conjecture. Assorted books, scrolls. I'm sure you'll find something useful.
Will I find something useful, you think? Nah.
Here you go. Try not to spill anything on them.
Yep, that's a book. There we go. Insane book? Okay.
I don't want to see you treating any of these books poorly. Are we clear? Aye, that's the work of Septimus Cygnus. He's the world's master of the nature of Elder Scrolls, but, well, he's been gone for a long while. Too long. Somewhere up north, in the ice fields. He said he found some old Dwemer artifact, but well, that was years ago. Haven't heard from him since.
It's kind of fun to read, honestly. Okay. And to find him, I follow the map marker. He went north. It's like kind of a short trip.
I think the college is due for a change in leadership.
Can I jump out this window? I'm gonna save first, but... Please last the entire time. Alright, we're good. I was so worried about it, like, running out in the middle of that jump. I'm also kind of surprised there wasn't an invisible wall there. They've been throwing those at me a lot. Boy, Nirnroot just grow anywhere. I don't think Lydia can follow me. I think she's trapped. That's okay. I was ready to kill that thing. Let's go over there. She found her way! Wow! I thought she was going to disappear for the rest of the game, for the rest of the day. Amazing. Spiky grass? Sure. An ingredient I have not picked up before. Really? I got too close and now they all hate me? Well, Lydia, you know what to do. At least they're not very fast. That was, probably would have been easy to find even without the map marker. The cube!
When the top level was built, no more could be placed. It was and is the maximal apex. The ice entombs the heart. The bane of Kagranak and Degolthur. To harness it is to know the fundaments. The Dwemer lockbox hides it from me. The Elder Scroll gives insight deeper than the deep ones, though, to bring about the opening. I have seen enough to know their fabric, the warp of air, the weft of time. But no, it is not in my possession. Here. Well, here as in this plain. Mundus, Tamriel, nearby, relatively speaking. On the cosmological scale, well, it's all nearby.
That's the joke I make to people.
One block lifts the other. Septimus will give what you want, but you must bring him something in return. You see this masterwork of the Dwemer, deep inside their greatest knowings. Septimus is clever among men, but he is but an idiot child compared to the dogs of the Dwemer. Lucky then they left behind their own way of reading the Elder Scrolls. In the depths of Black Reach, one yet lies. Have you heard of Black Reach? Cast upon where Drimmer's city slept, the yearning spire hidden learnings kept. Under deep, below the dark, the hidden keep, Tower Mzark. Ovtand, the point of puncture, of first entry of the tapping. Delve to its limits, and Black Reach lies just beyond. But not all can enter there. Only Septimus knows the hidden key to loose the lock, to jump beneath the deathly rock.
I appreciate that he's rhyming.
2 things I have for you. 2 shapes. One edged, one round. The round one for tuning. Dwemer music is soft and subtle, and needed to open their cleverest gates. The edged lexicon for inscribing. To us, a hunk of metal. To the Dwemer, a full library of knowings, but empty. Find Mazark and its sky dome. The machinations there will read the scroll and lay the lore upon the cube. Trust Septimus. He knows you can know.
Pretty cool cube. Anything worth stealing? No. Okay. Where is it sending me now? Oh. Over there. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna have time for that. So, yeah. Oh, hi Zoe. I didn't see you there. Black cat in the darkness and whatnot. So we're over here to Winterhold. And we're gonna go to the inn. Don't freeze to death.
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything. Or take a seat by the fire.
Okay. Probably not gonna have time to do the next step in this quest, so we are going to end it here. I mean, it's only like 5 minutes away, so whatever. I know I make fun of Skyrim a lot. I'm not having the worst time in my life, though. That's why I'm still playing. I don't know. We're gonna continue with the main quest, though. I at least want to see that. And I don't remember the other thing that Moves wanted me to look at. I should probably write that down, but I can check it out in the VODs. It'll show up in chat. Make sure it was the trials or something. I don't know. Maybe we'll write it down when I see it. But Kyne's trials, right. I might need to be reminded of that again when we get further into the main quest and I go start doing side quests again. But I also need to do the Thieves Guild. I think Eth wanted me to do that. So we'll get to that eventually. It's going to be a very unique way of thieving, I guess. But yeah, so we'll come back to this on Wednesday. Thursday is going to be Resident Evil 4, the remake. I'll be going back to my S run for Pro. Get those unlocks. And then maybe start working on an S Plus run. Depending on what I can do with those unlocks. We'll see. And Friday, the vote's up. Friday is a vote between Dying Light, Back for Blood, or Phasmophobia. Just a reminder for anyone who doesn't remember or know at all, Dying Light is free on the Epic Game Store. I did look into it. Other versions are cross-platform. PC versions are cross-platform. So, like the Steam version can play with the GOG version can play with the Epic Game Store version. So we should be good to go. I shouldn't need to, like, re-download it. I still got it, the free version, Epic, just in case. Even if I want to, like, start over. So that's still free. That'll be free until Thursday. And then Saturday, I'm going to be doing more Resident Evil 4. I want to keep going with that as much as I can. Maybe do a little more Mercenaries, try to get some more S++ ranks if I can. But, yeah. I will see you all on Wednesday for more Skyrim. Thank you everyone for joining me. Take care and good night.